Hey guys, so today we are going to be jumping into the Dokkan Fest Blue Goku and Vegeta from Resurrection F banner. As I mentioned in the Gamma 1 and 2 summon video, this was also going to be sort of pre-recorded footage that I'm now commentating over post the footage being recorded. So we're sort of watching this together at the same time here. They just so happened to release the past two Dokkan Fests during the 2 weekends that I was not going to be around for. So I recorded on my phone, screen captured it, and now we're doing post commentary. So, of course, we have the Pilaf's Trove or special ticket packs here that I did buy. And this is the one multi here that I did. Of course, the first unit ever is the Android. Actually, no, this is the 5 ticket multis. These are actually the free tickets. So the first unit I pull on this banner is the Androids. If you guys saw my Gamma 1 and 2 summons, you guys know I pulled like 7 billion copies of the Androids there. But now we're jumping into the Pilaf's Trove ticket pack. Now, this is actually a pretty good ticket pack solely for the tickets because this is a guaranteed featured multi. So one of the 7 featured characters we're going to be able to pick up right here. But other than that, there's like no other incentive to buying the pack, I guess. Like, there's like no box space. There's not really much else going for it, honestly, in my opinion. For somebody who like me who doesn't really care about like Kais and stuff like that, I guess for most people you probably do care about that, but I mean, you get like training items and stuff like that as well. All right, and who's the SR we get? We actually get Jocko. Okay, so that's pretty good. I will definitely take the AGL Jocko, the new banner unit that released alongside the Goku and Vegeta. I guess he's you know, fairly okay. 70% chance to dodge in slot 1 is definitely very strong. But the biggest issue with Jocko, obviously, is number 1, his links are pretty bad. And then number 2, I don't think he's on that many good teams. And the few teams that he is on, like movie heroes, like are you really on the movie hero team that is like stacked to the brim with characters? Are you really going to be running Jocko? Probably not. All right, so now we're going to be jumping into the Dragonstone version. Did I already pull that Trunks? I feel like I already pulled him. But so basically, this banner, right? This is very odd because this is the thank you celebration for Global, and typically the thank you celebration for Global has been either a dual Dokkan Fest or it's been JP's Tanabata LR Dokkan Fest. So to see the thank you celebration sort of be relegated just like a normal, you know, monthly Dokkan Fest is kind of strange. All right, there's Beerus. Because remember, last year we ended up getting, I believe it was the Tech Gogeta, right? The fusing Goku and Vegeta that goes into Super Gogeta from Fusion Reborn. Year before that, I think it was the Blue Kaioken Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta from the Tournament of Power, the Dokkan Fest LR. And then I think the year before that was the Golden Week Dual Dokkan Fest that JP had, which was the Fat Buu, the Exchange Buu, and the transforming Gotenks into Super Saiyan and then Super Saiyan 3. So the thank you celebration for Global is usually pretty like major. Like it's a pretty major release. So this year it's sort of being downscaled, I guess is the way you would say that, because I don't really know the reasoning, but it's a lot of scheduling issues with Global, right? I feel like a lot of the issues can be sort of routed back to just the scheduling issues in general. But we just had the Gamma banner, and now we're just having this banner, like literally a week apart. The Gamma banner released last week, and now we're getting this banner this week. So it's 2 Dokkan Fests in the span of pretty much like, what, 9 days or something like that. So very, very quick turnaround for the banners here. And then before that, we had a bunch of different banners. Right? We had the dual Dokkan, or not dual Dokkan, the double rates banner with the Chilai and Fasha. Another Android copy, thank you. And then, of course, we had the Pan Dokkan Fest, and before that we had Worldwide, and before that we had the Anniversary. Like, there's a million, billion, bajillion different, like, very, very exciting and hype banners releasing, right? One after the other. I guess I really wouldn't call, like, Pan super exciting or hype or whatever, but I would say the Gamma banner is pretty exciting because it's so close in proximity to when JP got it, and as well as the characters are just new, right? Dragon Ball Super superhero characters finally coming out as summonable units in this game is very exciting. And now we're getting this ROF Goku and Vegeta banner. And I already did record the 55% showcase for Goku and Vegeta, which I'll probably just end up commentating over after this. Same format. I recorded the gameplay ahead of time, and I'm just going to add the commentary in later. But if you look at like this character, the RF Goku and Vegeta, and you compare them to like a lot of the recent releases we've gotten, even on Global, like Pan, even I would put her in that category as well. Definitely the Gammas, the worldwide characters, the anniversary characters, like they're just at a pretty different level than everything we've seen recently. And I don't mean different in terms of them being better. It's different in terms of them being pretty significantly worse than most of the recent characters we've gotten. And as a thank you celebration headlining unit, like this unit is, and you compare them to like the past 2 years, like Tech Gogeta was very, very good on release. And honestly, I would even argue he's still pretty good right now. Right, the Scouter makes him pretty decent. And then like the year before that, we had the Evolution Blue Vegeta and Blue Captain Goku, who were also very good on release. So it's just sort of a different feel this year with the thank you celebration. So I don't know. I feel like this is a pretty big skip for most people, and especially with like, you know, what we potentially could be getting in the near future, right? We know for a fact that the LR Golden Frieza is also tied to the celebration with the Blue Goku and Vegeta. So we should be seeing, I think, LR Golden Frieza released pretty soon. We know for a fact we're getting Dragon Ball Heroes at the later portion of this month. I think usually around the 20th, so literally 2 weeks from now, I think is when we should probably see Dragon Ball Hero stuff come out on both Global and JP. Then we're going to be moving into December, which we know also should have some pretty good stuff there as well. So there's a lot of stuff coming up. So I find it tough. Another Android copy, thank you. I find it tough to really, you know, find the gall to tell you guys, yeah, this banner's worth summoning on, because there's nothing I can really say. Like look at this banner. Look at this. Like the androids were literally just on the Gamma banner, which is still live. I don't really think any of the other characters on the banner are even worth summoning for. Like, what, Angel Golden Frieza, STR Jiren? Like, this banner's just not good, period. Like, there's nothing you could say that would convince me this banner's worth summoning on at all. And I would even go as far as to say that this might be one of the worst, like, solo Dokkan Fest banners we've seen in a very, very long time. Like, potentially going back even a few years. This might be one of the worst Dokkan Fests we've gotten in terms of the lineup of featured units. Very, very bad, you know, value of characters on the banner here. You're not really going out of your way to pull Jocko. You're not really going out of your way to pull any of these other featured units. Even the new characters like Jocko and Blue Goku and Vegeta, like, they're okay. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys that the Blue Goku and Vegeta are a bad unit, because they're definitely not a bad character. They can still put in work. They can still help you massively in a lot of the red zone stages, a lot of the difficult stages. Like, they have type advantage over Cell Max, so they could be useful there. Super Vegeta is still pretty good, I feel like, but he's mostly a Super Battle unit, which I don't think many people are struggling with particularly. But the Blue Goku and Vegeta definitely can be good. And for me personally, I actually kind of do like their design. I'll talk more about this in the showcase for them, but I'm not really a huge, you know, I guess I don't really have that much criticism for their design as I do for just their, like, they're just not good enough, right? I feel like what they bring to the table and what their core elements are, like, they're fine, but they just need, like, I don't know, just bigger numbers. Like, that's really it. They're just it's very tough to evaluate them, I think, because, like, for somebody like me who doesn't really care as much about, like, how good characters are as I do for, like, animations and aesthetics and are they fun to use, I actually would argue that this ROF Goku Vegeta is pretty fun to use, right? They have attack stacking, the exchange is pretty easy to get, there's no, like, harsh condition that would, you know, not allow you to exchange in most circumstances. And I really do like the intro animation. I think the intro animation is very, very good on this Blue Goku and Vegeta, but when it comes to, like, the difficult content where you want to be using a lot of these newer units, you're just not really going to be witnessing a lot of, you know, dominance by this character. They're just, like, okay. That's what I would say. And I just think it's not even really their fault, because if we base the evaluation sort of around when this unit came out on JP, like, they were pretty good on release on JP. Like, they were actually really solid, really good on release on JP. But directly in context, in comparison to a lot of these other characters we've gotten on Global, like I just mentioned, the anniversary characters, the worldwide characters, the the Gammas, Pan, like, oh, obviously except for Raditz, like they just do not hold up. And so it seems weird that they would make this the thank you celebration, because thank yous generally reserved for one, you know, some of the bigger releases during the year. So okay, what is this? Android's number 4 on this banner. So yeah, I actually don't know if that much of an issue with this unit, but they're not an essential character. I would argue their team is actually pretty bad. Like, I don't know. But there we go, Zeno. So there is our first copy here. And then in terms of like the actual banner and summons and stuff like that, I did not plan on going super deep on this banner. I only came in with 2,000 stones. And basically my plan here was to, I guess, use up the majority of the stones here, and then that would be it. I was not going to go deeper on this banner at all. But there's you know, the first copy we pull here. We still have a decent amount to go. And this is a character where I definitely would have been content with them just being at, like, you know, even at 55% or just 1, 2. But as long as we have one copy and I could do the initial showcase and I could start link leveling them, like, I'm okay with this. It did take us a bit more to pull the first copy than I would have liked. It was at 800 stones to pull the first copy, so not exactly a great result here, especially because we had the ticket pack as well. All right, here's a long Kamehameha. But yeah, if you guys did decide to summon on this banner, let me know down below in the comments how you did. And I also kind of want to hear why you decided to summon on this banner. I feel like a lot of people are coming into the celebration with like not a lot of stones either, just because of the ridiculous amount of back-to-back banners we've been like, just getting spammed with over the course of the past like 3 months or so, right? Again, anniversary into worldwide, into the Gammas, like there's still a lot of stuff that you could summon on that I think would be just better than this banner. So yeah, if you guys decided to summon, let me know how your luck was, why you decided to summon this banner, and if you've been enjoying using the Goku and Vegeta, if you did end up pulling them. Again, for somebody like me, I don't really dislike the way that they're designed. I just think they should have had just been better, like just bigger numbers, and maybe like added 1 or 2 extra things to their kit that would have made them better. But again, in the context of when they came out on JP, which is really what they're designing these characters around, like they're not really ever gonna come out with like the same character on global and then buff the character on global. They've done that like once. Like physical Goku Black was different on global, right? That was really the only exception to the rule. And then since then they haven't really done that again. Just because, again, these units are designed and balanced and built around their release schedule on the JP version. They really do not look at global and they're like, okay, how's this unit going to perform on global? Do we need to change anything about them on global? They just sort of literally translate the character, port them over to the global client, and then that's the release. Like that's how they handle it. So, because this unit came out, I believe it was June on JP. So this unit came out. Okay, so let's just think about this. So JP had the anniversary, then JP had Ginyu, then I believe, what was after Ginyu? Was it? I don't remember the full scale. All I remember is like the major, like, so we had Ginyu, then we had like the Golden Week Dual Dokkan Fest with Cell and Exchange Goku and Gohan, and then there was something, and then we went into the Goku and Vegeta, right? So I mean, those are the characters you really compare to this character, like Ginyu, the Golden Week Cell, the Goku and Gohan Exchange character. Like, are these guys really on the same level as like Ginyu? I'd say probably no. I wouldn't say this character's on the same level as Ginyu at all. Are these guys on the same level as okay, another Zeno. Are these guys on the same level as Exchange Goku and Gohan? I'd probably say no, which is interesting because they're also an Exchange character, and you would think they would try and balance them similarly to another Exchange character that released like a month before this unit did, but I don't know. And is this character as good as Cell? I would say probably no. So, but it's not like they're so much worse than those other characters that they're just not even worth like considering. Because I think back when this character released on JP, is that another physical Trunks? How many of that Trunks have I pulled? Back when this unit released on JP, like this, these guys were still like competitive in like the most difficult content. Like, again, I think you can still use these guys in red zone, stuff like that. They do have type advantage over Cell Max, which actually does matter. I mean, they did add the missions to give well, not the missions. They added the like special boost to special pose characters or whatever, so they do more damage. So maybe that does actually reduce the, I guess, value of being good in the Cell Max event, but I think it's still pretty important. But yeah, point is, I don't think this unit is like so much worse than everything else that came out this year, to the point where you can, like, you know, not even consider them. Like, it's not like a Raditz situation where you're looking at Raditz and Raditz can't even like fathomly, like he can't even like fathom the power of like all the other characters that released around him. Raditz is so much worse than everything else that released this year that it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense how bad they made Raditz. This character is definitely not even close to that level. Like they're solid, but I don't know. And again, I'll go into more detail about this in their showcase video, but I think one of the biggest issues that I have with them personally is their team. So they obviously bring a 200% leader skill to the table, but it's not a particularly good one, just because I feel like we've not really had that many good like God Key centric Saiyan releases this year. We had God Goku and Vegeta obviously for the anniversary, but other than that, like what Super Saiyan, or not Super Saiyan, like what Saiyan and God Key mixtures have we gotten? There's really been nothing. And I think one of the big culprits of that is, number one, obviously Superhero never like touched on, because literally Goku and Vegeta didn't even transform in the movie. Gohan's new form isn't a God Key form. Piccolo's not a God Key. Like there's no God Key at all in that movie. And then we haven't had any new developments in Super because they haven't brought the anime back yet. So there's like nothing new to touch on with like God Key. And then the other part of the is Mastered Evolution, which is pretty good, I guess, but it's not. There's a lot of overlap with I think Mastered Evolution and the Realm of Gods Saiyan mixture, because their 200% leader skill is, well, the extra 30% boost is for pure Saiyans, right? You pulled two of that Vegeta in the same multi, by the way. That's actually insane. So yeah, the extra boost is for pure Saiyans. So if you're on Mastered Evolution and pure Saiyans, or Realm of Gods and pure Saiyans, you're gonna get the 200% boost, the full one. But I think when you look at the God Key category, and you look at a lot of the recent releases we've gotten that have been like the major super powerful characters, like what God Key units have we gotten? Like literally nothing. God Goku's EZA, the Tech God Goku's EZA, the LR God Goku and Vegeta anniversary character, and this unit. Like there's not really much else there. There just isn't. So I think that's the point where this unit is kind of feeling lacking, at least to me. You guys will see in the 55% showcase video I did. I tried to use them as a leader, and it's like, there's like 3 good units you could use, which are the 3 I just talked about. This Goku and Vegeta exchange unit itself, and other androids. We have the there's another one of them. That's good. That's what, copy number 2. And then we have I just lost my train of thought. We have the unit itself, Int Goku and Vegeta from ROF. We have the LR Gods, and then we have Tech God Goku's EZA. Like, what else are you using? what else is there? There's a few okay characters. Like there's, I don't know, LR UI Goku you could use for sure. There's the AGL Evolution Blue Vegeta EZA. He's pretty good. And then like, if you want to make this unit specifically look really good, I guess you can use like the AGL Blue Goku EZA, the RF Blue Goku EZA, this RF Blue Goku that literally came out like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, like really long time ago. His EZA is pretty good. He's a support for Realm of Gods and Saiyans, or pure Saiyans, right? I think it's, what is it? Let me actually take a look here. It's Realm of Gods. All allies transforming a crit and attack plus 20% when all allies attacking in the same category or same turn are Realm of Gods category characters. So there's a copy number 3 of the Goku. That's pretty good. Definitely more than I was expecting to get in this video. And at this point, I was like, okay, let's just go for 20 minutes, and then once we get to 20 minutes in the video, we'll end. That was my thought process here. So I guess sort of as like a wrapping up thoughts, my conclusion to this whole discussion. Banner's not worth summoning on. There's just infinitely better stuff coming out soon, or already has come out. And this character is good, but they're not anywhere close to the level of characters we're used to seeing recently, especially with like the Gammas and the worldwide characters. It's a different level where, why would you run this unit when you could just run like the Gammas, right? Who have a better banner, who have a better team. there's literally no positive to running this character over the Gammas other than like you just like these characters better, which I get that. Like that's a very valid argument. Like for somebody like me, again, I don't really care as much for the characters' active skill or the characters like actual how good they are in combat. Like I don't care that Vegeta and Trunks are like insanely powerful, right? I care way more about, are their animations good? Are they fun to use? Are they stacking? Like, do they have like all these new mechanics that, you know, are pretty fun to use, like nullification, stuff like that? I care more about how fun these characters are to use rather than are they just curb stomping everything with 0 difficulty, right? So that's kind of like what the Gammas do. I mean, they do have like an intro and stuff like that, so they are pretty fun. And I think Gamma 2 in particular, at least for me, is more fun to use than Gamma 1 because I'm more of an offensive guy, and I definitely do like units that have like additionals and are stacking their defense every time they super, so it like creates a variance in how the unit performs each turn as opposed to the same, the same sort of thing every time. Actually, this might be the final copy actually. Yeah, I think this was it. So yeah, so we actually managed to rainbow this Goku and Vegeta, and how many stones was that? Like 1,700 stones. That's pretty damn good. So it kind of turned around really quickly. But yeah. Again, let me know down below what you guys thought of this banner. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Did you have luck summoning if you decided to summon? And I'll see you guys all in the next one.